So after fruitful discussion, we'll start with our next session of PhD presentations. In these presentations, we are having 12 participants to present their PhD topics. I request Professor Irfan sir to come on the dais and take the charge of this session. Thank you, sir. Just one request to all the participants that you have 4 minutes allotted. 1 minute is for question answer. 1 minute is for question answer. Within 5 minutes, you have to complete all your presentation. Because after this, we have a lunch, and then immediately we have to start our third session of PhD presentations. So, thank you.
Good morning, all of you. So we have our first presentation, Rupesh Kharbe. Next we have Poonam Bhogle. Please be ready.
Good morning to one and all present here. Myself, Rupesh Kharbe, and I'm a PhD scholar in Mechanical Engineering Department of KJ Somaiya School of Engineering. My guide is Dr. Ramesh Lekurwale sir, and my co-guide is Dr. Sangeeta Bansade ma'am. Under their guidance, I'll be doing my research work. So yeah, so let us start with the session. My PhD research topic is systematic approach for making customized parts for biomedical applications. I know this is a very vast and broad area, but still this is my area of interest. So the topic is actually diverted basically to this field. Importance of the topic or field of research is advancing biomedical solutions through customized parts for patient-specific applications. Specific applications are very rare in this particular field, and the customization is very important. So basically, I would like to work in this particular field, and the important aspects of working in this field is patient-specific applications, rather customized parts. So, filling gaps in bioink development for improved mechanical and biological performance. So, as for this particular importance or important aspect, I have set the objectives for that. So, contributing to enhanced clinical outcomes in tissue engineering and regenerative medicine. And finally, I'll be working in this particular field. After doing my research, I would like to work in this field. So yeah, this is my title of work and importance of the topic. Let us move on to the next slide, which states the problem statement and objectives of my research. The lack of optimized bioinks and systematic evaluation of scaffold geometries limits the development of customized biomedical parts with effective mechanical and biological performance for tissue engineering applications. So I have stated the research work, or rather the topic, or the PhD work in this particular problem statement widely, where I have set 3 objectives. First, I would like to work on bioinks. One of my seniors, they are actually working in this particular field. So my first objective would be development of bioinks. Then I would be working on scaffolds and the parts, biomedical parts. And finally, the design and fabrication of customized biomedical parts with some medical applications. And obviously, the doctors and other related members will be involved in that. Further, let us move on to the methodology. The planned work is, first of all, this is little bit the one of the starting planned work, that is literature review on bioinks and scaffold designs. That is my primary objective. So I have set the planned work in that short manner. Identification of optimal materials for bio 3D printing. So basically my field in which I am working, that is basically a 3D printing field and the biomedical application for that. So ongoing work is I'm planning to publish a research paper now in conference of KJ Sumaya. The ongoing work is finite element analysis or simulation of scaffold geometries, where I'll be virtually virtually analyzing the parameters of scaffold geometries and experimental evaluation of stress distribution and load bearing capacity for circular and hexagonal scaffold designs. So primarily I have set two particular geometries for scaffold analysis, and then comparative analysis of mechanical properties and biological suitability. So this is my ongoing work, and with which I'll move towards the customized biomedical applications. And expected outcome is development of bioinks with superior mechanical and biological properties, a systematic approach for specific implants or scaffolds, rather parts, comprehensive evaluation contributing to the advanced tissue engineering. Yeah, with this thank you note, I would conclude over here. And the session is open now for Q&A. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
Hello. Yeah, any questions from the panel? The students basically from this. Thank you, Rupesh.
Yeah,
I
thank you so
very
much.
interesting topic.
Thank you,
One
everyone.
quick, idea from you. If you are looking at these kind of bio inks,
Yeah.
what is we were talking about a lot of interdisciplinary work now. So how do you contribute in other fields also? One is bio, from engineering we are talking. Any future advancement you think which will come out of as a research point of view to take ahead?
Yeah, we can actually collaborate with other fields also, sir. My actually research field is basically related to 3D printing. So it has a vast area, so we can actually go for the other applications as well.
So like one is bio, which is there. Any specific we want to like highlight? Because there are other departments who can take ahead with the other collaborations also for you.
We can go for manufacturing field also. So we can collaborate with manufacturing field and we can do better in it. I think so.
Great. Thank you, Rupesh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you everyone for patient listening.
Speaker. Next we have Amritpal Singh. Next we have, after Amritpal, we have Vishwas Pudle. Next. Excuse me, after Amritpal I said. Just we.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amritpal Singh, and I'm from Maya Sumaya School of Music and Performing Arts. And my research topic is spiritual dimensions of Gurmat Sangeet, contribution of non-Sikh saints. And my guide is Dr. Meeta Pandit ma'am. And Gurmat Sangeet is basically our Sikh religious music. And it is a combination of two words, Gurmat and Sangeet. Gurmat means Guru's words, Guru's teachings, and Sangeet, everyone knows music. So, Gurmat Sangeet is based on our living Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And in Guru Granth Sahib, our religious texts are there. And along with our Sikh Gurus, there are a lot of non-Sikh saints also from different religions and different community and languages. So my research is based on contribution of non-Sikh saints. So I have included 4 saints. First is Bhagat Kabir ji and Bhagat Namdev ji, Bhagat Trilochan ji. Bhagat Kabir ji was based on Muslim community, and Bhagat Namdev ji and Bhagat Trilochan ji is from Maharashtra, and also Bhagat Ravidas ji is from Kashi. So move to objectives. Biographies. So I want to explore the important role non-Sikh saints have played in building Gurmat Sangeet. So I'll start with biographies, life histories and cultural contexts of Bhagat Kabir ji, Bhagat Namdev ji, Bhagat Lochan and Bhagat Ravidas ji, from where they have started spiritual journey and literary contributions. So after that, I'll work on poetic compositions. So I wanted to know, as we know, Guru Granth Sahib, in Guru Granth Sahib there are a lot of languages, because there are many saints who have contributed in Guru Granth Sahib. So like Bhagat Namdev ji, they have written their verses in Marathi language, and also there are a lot of saints from different religions, so there are a lot of languages, so I'll work on that also. And then music, study musical expressions. So there are a lot of musical forms, as I've shared that they belong from different religions and different places, so their music practices are also different, and rags are also different, music forms, music singing styles are also different. So I want to explore that also, as there are various type of singing styles and folk singing styles also there. Next is evaluate its spiritual dimensions. So I wanted to know, I want to explore how spiritual lessons in their work, showing how their teachings have helped shape Sikhism and the people of different religions. And finally, I'll highlight the lasting effect these saints have had on Sikh music and literature, and how their work has become an important part of Sikh devotion. So, moving on to methodology, I'll work according to the objectives which I have mentioned. So I'll start with collecting historical records of these saints, and then I'll analyze the poetic works in Shri Guru Granth Sahib, focusing on the themes, metaphors and languages which they have used, and then musical analysis, studying the musical forms and traditions they all have associated with, and their hymns, and cultural contextualization. I look at the period and culture these saints lived in to better understand the impact of their work. And then finally, I will combine ideas from history, religious studies, and music to get a complete picture of their influence. And these are my expected outcomes from this.
Thank you.
Haji, thank you.
I will ask audience if they have any questions. There's one question there. Can we pass on the mic there? Amritpal, it's a very interesting topic, and we were discussing about it. Let's take a question.
हेलो आपका विषय बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है अमृतपाल जी.
हाँ जी.
दूसरा, आपने जैसे कहा कि गुरबाणी जो आप ले रहे हैं, जिस विषय में बहुत सारे संतों के भी उसमें मेंशन है.
हाँ जी.
उनके लेकिन आपने कबीर साहब को मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी से जोड़ा. वो कहते हैं कि हिंदू कहूँ तो हूँ नहीं, मुसलमान तो ना है. तो उसमें तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें हमें मिलती हैं.
मैं
उस विषय पे.
हाँ जी, एक्चुअली मैं जो उनका जो बेसिक जो रिलीजन में उनकी बात कर रहा हूँ, जिस धर्म में उनका आगमन हुआ वो धर्म की बात कर रहा हूँ इसमें। तो आगे चल के तो दे हैव रिटन अवल अल्लाह नूर पाया कुदरत के सब बंदे, एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को मंदे। सो दे हैव रिटन दैट कि एवरी वन इज originated from that one Noor, one Allah, one Ram, all are equal. So our Guru's first word of Guru Granth Sahib is एक ओंकार. That means परमात्मा, जो परमात्मा है वो एक है, उसी ही से ही हम सब बने हुए हैं. So Guru Nanak Sahib Ji have written that, and that's why there is no boundaries for religions. So they have included all the saints who have their similar ideas of humanity, unity, equality, devotion. So they have included all of these. So I wanted to share that with everyone, that non-Sikh saints have also included in Guru Granth Sahib. Thank you.
Thank you. Amritpal, very interesting. As the crowd is interesting, I would like to you to think on how if you have something related to technology, there is a lot of things which are available on campus. You can reach out, and I think a lot of will be helping you out in all contextualizing, getting the documents and all things. So you should start some kind of interdisciplinary. That is one suggestion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Amritpal. Next, we have Vishwas Pudle, and after that, we have Alka Bansal. Please be ready.
Good afternoon, everyone. My research topic is design and analysis of knee joint braces. These topics is under the guidance of Dr. Ramesh Rekurwaya sir and co-guide Manoj Pawar sir. Basically, these topics I forwarded the previous researcher Rohan Koturkar, Dr. Rohan Koturkar sir. In his research, he concluded that the maximum stresses induced during deep squat. And in future scope, he has written that to avoid such high stresses during deep squat, we need some external exoskeleton model that is in the form of braces so that we can minimize the stresses acting on the knee joints. So the importance of this topic is, as we know that preventive maintenance is always better than breakdown maintenance, right? We already learned in our maintenance study. Prevention is always better than breakdown. So this kind of braces is generally designed to prevent knee injuries. As we know that in day-to-day life, the problem of knee pains, knee injuries are increasing. Here we are finding the solution for that by designing knee braces. In American system, American footballs, such kind of braces are already there during football practice. And after the inventing such kind of knee braces over there, they found that there is a difference of knee injuries. The number of cases tremendously decreased after using such kind of knee braces. Here is the problem statement, that is design knee braces for squatting activities, analyzing knee brace and estimate its load bearing capacity, estimate the effect of knee brace on knee joint loading during squatting activities. Generally, such kind of knee braces are very specific for squatting activities because after some age, during deep squat means if that angle exceeds a certain limit, then there is a problem of ligament tears. As we know that this whole anatomy of knee is having upper bone, that is called fibia, lower bone is called tibia, and these bones are joined with the help of number of ligaments. One is lateral ligament, medial ligaments, and there is again inside that there is a ACL and PCL ligaments are there. during deep squat, there is a maximum chances of tearing of these ligaments, which is a cause for knee pain. So here, that is the objective behind this research. And here we are making those knee braces are customer specific, because now we have the technology of 3D printing. With the help of 3D printing, we can make this kind of braces customer specific. Now we can see the knee braces are available in a market which are generalized. These knee braces having some belt system, with tightening those belt system, those braces can be applied for any patients. But nowadays we have the technology of 3D printing. With the help of 3D printing technology, we can make customer specific knee braces. We can, so that the knee injuries problems can be totally avoided. The whole project work is divided into 4 plans. That is, first to analyzing the knee injuries during deep squat analysis. After that, finding the solution over it through analysis software. Here I'm using finite element FEA analysis software, that is ANSYS, to find the different forces involved in that. Ongoing work include the FEA analysis, then develop prototype models so that we can attach different springs to sustain if the load exceeds after certain limits. So again, that kind of research work is going on, which kind of spring we can use, whether it is helical spring, spiral spring, or cylindrical spring drums can be used instead of that. Utilizing 3D printing and scanning technology for personalizing designs. So,
Vishwas, thank you
yes,
for
sir.
this.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Yeah, you can conclude in a second.
So, thank you all. So, expected outcome is only this. At the end, we have to design knee braces. We can take care of exceed loading during deep squats.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any questions? Quick one question, if it is there. Ma'am.
Currently, the material they are using, that is a carbon fiber material. So instead of that, we are planning to use some PLA plastics, which can be easily molded into 3D printing technology. PLA and ABS, these two kind of materials are now they are using in 3D printing. Actually, these materials are for supporting purpose only, and remaining things are taken care by the springs. The spring is a major part here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Vishwas.
Thank you, sir.
If you are looking for something long or vast or lost majority using this or acceptability, probably cost should also be a consideration.
Yes, because in a previous discussion, I listened that sir designed some mask, electronic mask, and sir has aimed to reduce that ethical concept are there, to reduce its costs below the 200 rupees. That also I will consider.
Probably that is one design consideration you can take.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Vishwas.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vishwas. Next, we have Alka Bansal. And after that, we have Shebha Varghese.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am from KG Somai College, School of Education, and my topic today is effectiveness of artificial intelligence in differentiated learning ecosystems. I am guided by my professor, Dr. Hema Bhadaukar. We all are aware that India is a diverse country, and because of its diversity, we have diverse learners who have diverse learning needs. As a result, it becomes extremely difficult for teachers to provide student-centric learning experience in diverse contexts. It's a challenge. So we have a classroom with several students coming from different backgrounds, and we have one teacher supporting the whole class. Hence, there is a need for innovation. Teachers need innovative methods to create differentiated learning ecosystems for inclusive and equitable education. Now, I'm sure you have read NEP, and one of the goals of NEP is that to provide inclusive and equitable education, but then the fact remains that we have one teacher for 40 students, and making sure that making sure that the students have equal opportunities or content is provided in the manner that is consumed by them, aligned to their interests, aligned to their learning profiles, is sometimes difficult, it's challenging. So we have to see how we can empower our teachers, and I think innovative techniques or technology is one of the way we can do that. We all have heard AI has both the sides. It's promising and it's perplexing, of course, because it has a lot of opportunities and there are a lot of challenges. Challenges have ethical concerns, cost involved, training required. Of course, those are the challenges. Through this research, indeed, that's something which I plan to explore. But yes, the whole objective is to identify the potential of AI, looking at transformative solutions that AI can provide, especially in addressing the gaps for personalized education and inclusive education, which is towards serving the needs of differentiated learning. So I think, I hope that AI can change the future and help in supporting the teachers to, bridge the gap for differentiated learning instructions. Through my reviews thus far, review is a continuous process, but thus far, I do realize that AI is a fairly new field as far as education is concerned. So the study is not as much. For two reasons, AI has not entered the education spectrum to that level that we would have expected. So the study is also very scarce. It is very limited. So you don't have much data available or much information available on that. And as a result, it becomes very important and somebody explores that avenue, and that's what I aim to do through my study. And I see there is a future direction because I feel AI is scalable and differentiation is need of the hours. I think through my study, I hope to provide some insight to policymakers, educators, and technologists how they can use the potential of AI in helping teachers and empowering the students and learning outcomes. So with that, my problem statement, or I would say the topic of my study is effectiveness of artificial intelligence for differentiated learning ecosystems. The objectives of my study is to identify and evaluate AI-powered tools and platforms that support differentiated learning ecosystems. So basically, you know that AI has a lot of options. My focus is going to remain to only those tools that support personalized learning and teaching strategies in classroom. The objective being to reduce teacher workload, particularly for providing differentiated learning. I would also want to measure the impact of how the learning has improved student learning outcomes, and to observe if the engagement is improving, if the students' interest is improving, as well as I would like to understand how the teachers perceive AI in their teaching methodologies to evaluate the extent of technology support available. So that's one big challenge that I hope to explore. I will be using a mixed method approach, which is quasi-experimental research design, wherein I will be doing both quantitative and qualitative analysis. I will be having two cohorts. One cohort will be trained for AI tools. One cohort will be trained only on differentiated instructions using regular teaching methodologies. We will have a pre-test, post-test, survey interviews, and observation through the year, and we will try to analyze data by the end of the year to see how outcomes have changed between the two cohorts, if AI training with differentiation and AI training without differentiation has helped or not.
Thank you for your presentation. Probably we should have taken up one. I'll just give you 10 seconds to wind
I
it up.
think, yeah. So I already probably have narrated the expected outcome over here. I hope to see that there is a lot of scope in AI for differentiation. I also, one very important point that I would like to highlight is I want to explore the challenges that restrict schools, teachers, educators to use AI for supporting differentiation. I think, thank you, sir, for giving me that extra 10 seconds.
Yeah, thank you very much. If any questions are there, we can. There's one question there. If somebody can pass a mic there, please.
Urban divide in terms of, I mean, what are the focus groups, focus areas that you are focusing upon? And how do you navigate the technological dynamics or the gaps, the complexities of the rural-urban divide? Because rural areas are also having a hassle of even accessing technology. AI, probably that is a thing that needs to be navigated in the future. But what are your focus groups? That is question number one. And the second being, and how do you navigate the complexities of the rural-urban divide in terms of their accessibility to technology, which the government is also trying to bridge?
Thank you, ma'am, for that question. And that's a very interesting thought that I have been dwelling for a very long time. But with the limitation of research and the scope of my study, I am right now focusing on an urban school, which is a CBSE school. My whole idea is to just bring out one element that AI has a potential in supporting teachers and empowering if the technology gap is bridged, if rural India is also given that technology. So with this study, at least I would be able to, probably I would not be biased, but I would like to see if there is acceptance to AI in schools which are already having that kind of setup, and teachers are able to take it and bring out that outcome for differentiated learning. Through my studies, at least government and researchers and policy makers would see value in trying to bridge that gap between rural and urban India. I completely agree with you, ma'am, that there is a gap. Technology has not reached the rural India, but within the scope of my study, where I have to keep it very focused, right now, my sample study is from a urban school. I hope at the next level, we are able to extrapolate this and bring it in the urban area, rural areas as well.
Thank you, Elka. Thank you for the explanation, and it's a good way to look towards the next AI move, what is happening,
Thank you,
how
sir.
our education industry is adopting that.
Thank you, sir.
Very interesting topic. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I just quickly remind, like, we have 4 minutes for presentation and 1 minute for question answer. I think the first ring is to close your thing, but now I'll be very strictly following that. Next presenter, please.
Thank you, Alka. Next, we have Sheva Varghese, and after that, Mansi Kamle.
Okay.
Good afternoon, one and all. Myself, Sheba Grace Vargas. I'm from Mechanical Engineering Department. I'm a research scholar under the guidance of Dr. Lukman Mohammed. So this is my title of the work. I'm working under anode materials for batteries from secondary biomass. So as the world is transitioning towards a cleaner energy and an electric vehicle perspective, the demand of batteries is going on increasing. So the graphite material that is used in the lithium-ion batteries is highly energy intrinsic, as well as it is using a lot of resources. So a sustainable alternative for this was a key motto of my research. So also incorporating the agro waste utilization, that is the secondary biomass is basically the waste that is generated in the farm itself. Okay, now this will be this is a generalized problem statement for my thesis. The main aim is to address the gaps by converting the agro waste into a hard carbon, which can be utilized as an alternative battery material, anode battery material, so that it can be benchmarked against the commercial anodes that is used right now, and also as a end product, just to assess the environmental sustainability due to using a detailed LCA assessment or a life cycle assessment. So based on this, I have formulated 4 objectives. One is the conversion. The first one is the conversion of the secondary biomass, that is agro waste, to carbon. Then the preparation of the hard carbon for battery anode material. The third objective is to have a comparison of the morphological properties for the prepared anode material with the existing battery anode material that is used. Then there is an LCA component or a sustainability component analysis of the prepared anode material. So these are the objectives. So this is my overview of my methodology. The first was from the literature survey, as well as the search, the basic raw material selection for the analysis as a secondary biomass. So literature survey was widely conducted, as well as the study was based on the composition analysis. A few samples were selected, and based on the composition analysis, that is approximate and ultimate analysis, few samples were selected. And the next step will be for the pre-treatment. Torrefaction is also a part of the research. So the volatile compounds, VOCs, can be removed if the torrefaction process is conducted as a pre-treatment. Then the next step will be the carbonization and the activation. Then the produce, that is the carbon that is formed, needs to be characterized so that it can be benchmarked accordingly with reference to the standard battery grade graphite. So after that, I'm planning also to make a half cell anode material so that it can be checked for probably the cycle ability and all, so that can be constructed under the battery test. Now, presently I'm working to complete my first objective, that is to convert the secondary biomass to carbon. So these are few glimpses of the work that I am being carried out. So in the picture you can see the farm waste, that is the paddy stubble, and as well as the straw. It is being tested for the composition analysis to see the lignin percentage and all. So on the right side you can also see my horizontal tubular furnace that is available, where I am planning to do the pyrolysis activity.
Shiba, your 10-20 seconds to just wind it up.
So this is my expected outcome, basically to form a carbon alternative, sustainable carbon alternative for the present used commercial battery graphite. Thank you all.
Thank you, Shiba. Very interesting. Thanks for the presentation. Let's move to the next. We have the time constraint. Probably we'll take our questions later. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva. Next, we have Mansi Kamli. And after that, Saurabhi Shethe.
Request Saurabhi to be in the first line.
Yeah, myself, Mansi Kamli, research scholar of KJ Somaya School of Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Bhakti Palkar, NDVI prediction using machine learning and remote sensing. Now, remote sensing is nothing but, through remote sensing, I'm using the satellite imagery data, and I'm using all the 3 bands, that is spatial, spectral, and temporal bands. And based on NDVI is nothing but the vegetation indices. So out of many vegetation indices, I'm taking some vegetation, some spectral bands, and based on that, I'm trying to use machine learning as well as remote sensing. So this NDVI vegetation indices will be very much helpful for the farmers. In what way? The crop will be detected through, and also it will be assessing the crop health. That is very important each month wise. So that prediction I've shown, prior only how it can be predicted. Before it is coming in the next month, the prediction is done. So these are my problem statement and objectives. Assess the effectiveness of machine learning models for NDVI prediction using Sentinel-2 dataset. So Sentinel-2 dataset has many 13 spectral bands. Out of this, I've used 6 spectral bands, and on this, I've used all the vegetation. Along with spectral, also spatial as well as temporal data analysis is done using machine learning. And improving the machine learning model for NDVI prediction is done. So this is the methodology. Basically, only remote sensing data is not sufficient. We need the ground truth data. So that is the field data. So mapping of this field data is shown, defining the region of interest, based on that, setting the time period, how the filtering is done. Because most of the time, the Sentinel-2, whatever imagery data we are taking, is affected by clouds, which is a noise in our image processing. So that has to be removed. So whatever data set I have collected, on that I have registered one copyright also. And after that, atmospheric correction is done on that. So second copyright is just filed in 2025. And based on this band selections, I have tried to predict the NDVI, that the vegetation indices, and based on that, I have tried to assess the crop health and try to categorize the crop. So this is based on one single crop I have done. So this is my tabular data. Also, along with the tabular data, I have added the images also. So it is a multimodal data. Based on that, I'll be using further deep learning models. So this is the prediction. Some of the predictions I've shown for why I'm taking for one particular crop. So that is the sugarcane crop, which is taking almost 12 to 15 months to mature, and which is the most second largest crop in India, and it is a cash crop. It is used to produce many things, ethanol, pepper. So based on this, sugarcane can be used and seen for 12 to 15 months. So that was the main challenge for using this. And I thank my panel members, Dr. Deepak Sharma, Dr. Lukman sir, and my guide, Dr. Bhakti Palkar, who has inculcated remote sensing data along with the domain knowledge into me. Thank you. Thank you.
Mansi, and great that you completed before the bell
Yes,
rings. Thanks for this. Yeah. So thank you. I will take, we'll accommodate few more things. We'll take questions later for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have Sorbhi Shethe, and after that Minal Wankhede.
A very good afternoon to one and all. I am Ms. Sorbhi Shethe, pursuing PhD in the subject of mass communication and journalism. Till the previous month, I was under the guideship of Dr. Gayatri Indrakanti, and now I am transferred under the guideship of Dr. Saranya. My topic revolves around the title of my PhD is a study of the effect of digital media training on the business performance of women entrepreneurs. So it revolves around giving training to women entrepreneurs and testing if the training has any kind of effect on their business performance. Largely, I'm focusing on the business performance, market expansion, and customer engagement. Largely, this is my concept model. My objectives are looking into the ability of women entrepreneurs before they start with the training, then to explore the impact of digital media on their performance, and then to analyze the relationship between successful digital media adoptions and the business outcomes. Through those three objectives, I have derived 9 hypotheses. My literature review largely comes from understanding the challenges and the opportunities these women entrepreneurs have got. My challenges that I identified were 6. Social, economic, cultural, and societal, structural barriers, educational, psychological, and technological. My opportunities, while I'm trying to understand what kind of opportunities could be given to these entrepreneurs so that their business could scale. So I had come down to these 5. We start with enhanced marketing access, improved customer engagement, cost-effective marketing strategies, business scalability, and empowerment through knowledge. I also tried to find a link between digital media and business performance and what kind of effect these kind of digital media trainings have in bridging the literacy gap. And through that research gap, I have decided to form a method in which I could present the training. More on that in the further slides. My theoretical framework is the technological acceptance model and the diffusion of innovations theory. This is my research process wherein I started with identification of the objectives, the review, the design. In the sampling process, I have decided to go ahead with quantitative and qualitative both approaches. While collecting data, I am using pre-test and post-test, and for qualitative, there are semi-structured form of interviews presented in a focus group discussion. I am currently working on the data screening, editing, and coding stage. The format I'm using for the pre-test and post-test is the scale by Koch and Barut given in 2016, which specifically talks about newer mediums and their effects. The syllabus was developed with 10 modules, and these are the major areas wherein those modules focus on about digital media. So we have a range of things from content marketing to creating critical understanding in the women entrepreneurs about the medium and so on. The pilot study was conducted on 1st February 2024 for 1 month, where a very small group of women entrepreneurs were trained for 1 month. And then the training was started from 1st June, where different sessions were conducted on weekly basis. That's it. Thank you.
Surabhi? Yeah, we'll take questions later. Can we have the next researcher, please?
Thank you, Sorbi. Next, we have Meenal Wankhede, and after that, Darshan Mahapsekar.
A very good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Meenal Wankhede from KJ Somaya Institute of Dharma Studies. Under the guidance of Dr. Bhagyashri Bavre, I would be presenting my research work on the study of Ambedkarite lay women of Thane district, Maharashtra, contribution and challenges related to the social and religious organization. The research proposal is about the study of various challenges faced by contemporary Ambedkarite lay women from Thane district, Maharashtra, who have contributed either towards the propagation of Buddhism or are contributing towards the empowerment of Buddhist women. The contribution of Buddhist lay women gives a distinct perspective on the connection between religion, gender, and social change in culture where gender and caste disparities are still common. The multifaceted nature of their position in these social movements while advocating for equality is sometimes overlooked. Nevertheless, particularly when considering Maharashtra's Buddhist organization. The research questions that are there related to my research works are as follows. What are the key contributions of contemporary Ambedkarite lay women to the Buddhist organizations in Thane district, Maharashtra? What challenges do these lay women face in their participation and activism within the organizations? How do these contributions and challenges shape their roles in the broader context of the Buddhist organizations? Before going to the methodology, I would like to elaborate my research objectives as follows. My research objectives related to the research works would be identifying and documenting the contribution of contemporary Ambedkarite lay women to the Buddhist organizations, analyzing the challenges faced by these lay women, including social, cultural, and institutional barriers, to assessing the impact of these challenges on their participation in the movement, to propose strategies for enhancing the involvement and recognition of Ambedkarite lay women in the Buddhist organizations. Research study would utilize a combination of qualitative and quantitative research approach. So my research approach is going to be a mixed method approach itself. Participants who actively participate in organizational activities and represent a range of socio-economic and caste identities will be chosen. Thematic analysis will be used in the data analysis process to find important themes and patterns pertaining to caste and gender dynamics. The sample will include women from a diverse range of social and economic background, ensuring representation from both urban and rural areas within Thane district. The expected outcome of my research work would be to provide an in-depth understanding of the religious and social practices of Ambedkarite lay women in Thane district, Maharashtra. To highlight the contributions of Ambedkarite lay women to the preservation and transformation of Buddhist values in contemporary India. To contribute to the academic discourse on gender, caste, and religion in post-Ambedkarite Buddhism. Empower the voices of Buddhist women in scholarly literatures, highlighting their agencies and leadership in the religious and social spheres. This study is significant on the grounds that it explains...
We can take 10 seconds to conclude.
Yes. To explain the position of Ambedkarite lay women in social and religious setting by addressing their challenges and contributions which have been for the most part neglected, it is expected that the outcomes would bring issues to the light in Buddhist organizations and communities, advancing more inclusive practices that value and recognize the contribution of Ambedkarite lay women. Thank you.
Thank you, Minal. Thank you for your presentation. May I now request next researcher, please?
Now we have the last presentation, Darshan Mahapsekar.
So Darshan Mapsekar is here. Okay, so we will sum up with 11 presentations. Now the lunch is waiting. I request Chairperson sir to summarize this session. Thank you. You can say, sir.
Thank you, everyone. It was very interesting session. I was just looking at, some keywords to each of the presentation. If I look across, Rupesh was talking about biomedicals, then we are talking about spirituality, education, AI, sustainability, inclusivity. So if I look at this session, very enriching session, and congratulations to all the researchers and their guides to taking up such a diverse area, and some great, and what I see here is some great work in terms of verticals as well as in horizontals will come across. So I congratulate all of them. And interestingly, we were having a session just before that of panel discussion of interdisciplinary. Already we are looking forward, like a lot of work is going in a cross sections, and I congratulate and thank you for the organizers and everyone who are here to make this session on time, on prompt, and delivering it on the session of the tea. Thank you very much. I'll not take much time between you and lunch there. Thanks across. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We will start next session at 1:30 sharp. So be here at 1:30, ma'am.
Thank you, Irfan sir. Thank you. May I request Professor Lukman to kindly come on stage and felicitate Irfan sir for his time and, of course, the efforts as well as a part of the ARM team. Thank you so much, sir. You've been very, very helpful for its smooth running. It's like two friends giving each other.